Welcome back. Well, last week we read a book about a young homeless girl in Italy who helped a number of people in her neighborhood in small but meaningful ways. And today's book is about another little girl, this time someone who lives in Oakland, California. Let's read. Between My Hands, written by Matali Perkins, illustrations by Naveen Silvanathan. Matali was born in Calcutta, India, and always tried to live up to her name, which means friendly in the Bangla language. She had to because her family moved so much. She says it was the only way she could make new friends. By the time she was 11, she'd lived in Ghana, Cameroon, London, New York, and Mexico before settling in California just in time for middle school. Her biggest lifeline during those early years were books. Stories were her rock, stability, her safe place. Then after studying political science at Stanford and public policy at UC Berkeley, she taught in middle school, high school, and college, and began also to write. Naveen is a visual development artist specializing in illustration and game and movie concept art. Born and raised in India, after finishing his undergraduate degree in engineering, he worked as an animator in India for 3 years before moving to San Francisco to pursue his master's in fine art at the Academy of Art University. He's worked with Disney Studios, Sony Pictures Animation, and is currently based in Los Angeles and is working at DreamWorks Animation. Maya was bored. Too bad her grandfather was so far away in India. He always helped her think of things to do. He would put his palms together. Namaste, he'd say. She knew the greeting meant, I bow to you. Then he'd asked a question. What's between your hands when you namaste the world? She opened her palms. They were empty. They were small. What could they do? The street was full of neighbors, coming and going, earning and spending, fixing and mending. What's between their hands? Maya wondered. Maya, I need you. Meow. It was Mrs. Jones from down the block. Across the street, a painter was scowling at his mural. Señor Alvaro, I have a question, Maya called. He walked over. Maya poured him a cup of water. Painting is thirsty work, Señor Alvaro said. Now, what's your question? Maya asked it in a sing-song voice. What's between your hands when you namaste the world? Señor Alvaro stood still, staring at his mural. He took a deep breath. Then he let it out and returned Maya's namaste. Truth, Maya, he said. Truth is between my hands. Maya, I need you. Mrs. Jones, again. Maya's babysitter, Jubilee, walked by with 2 friends. Their signs looked heavy. They weren't saying much. Jubilee, I have a question, Maya called. Make it quick, Maya, Jubilee said, putting down her sign. Maya rolled her words out, making them move up and down in the air. What's between your hands when you namaste the world? Jubilee looked over at her friends. She took a deep breath. Then she let it out and returned Maya's namaste. Justice, Maya, she said. Justice is between our hands. Jubilee tugged gently on Maya's braid. She and her friends marched off. Their chant sounded like one voice. Maya, I need you! Maya's dance teacher trudged by. Where are you going, Karuna Auntie? Maya asked. Karuna Auntie put down her bags. To the shelter, she said. My lentil soup and egg curry always cheer people up. I was wondering, what's between your hands when you namaste the world? This time Maya made it sound like a chant. Karuna Auntie glanced at her groceries. She took a deep breath. Then she let it out and returned Maya's namaste. Mercy, Maya, she said, mercy is between my hands. She blew Maya a kiss, picked up her bags, and strode away. Maya looked at her own hands again. Big hands could do big things. Show the truth. Push for justice. Offer mercy. What in the world could small hands do? Maya raced over. Bit by bit, she freed the kitten's paws and fur. She dropped a kiss on his small head. Mrs. Jones woke with a start. Oh, you're sweet, but such a rascal, she told the kitten. Ah, that's the perfect name. Don't leave yet, Maya. Rascal and I have a present for you. Maya could almost hear her grandfather's voice all the way from India. What's between your hands when you namaste the world? She took a deep breath. Then she let it out. Bowing, she gave Mrs. Jones and Rascal her finest namaste. Love was between her hands, even if they were small, and that gave her plenty to do. The end. The author of today's book, Matali Perkins, says she wrote this book to show that every day small acts of kindness weave us together into a caring, resilient community, and to encourage us all to offer our gifts and talents in service to the world. Namaste comes from Sanskrit, an ancient classical and literary language of India, and literally means, I bow to you. It is a customary Hindu manner of respectfully greeting and honoring a person or group. And it also has a spiritual sense of, the sacred in me recognizes the sacred in you. Or maybe in smaller words, you and I are both special to God. Now Maya found she had found ways to help others, and that her small hands were big enough to show love. How can we do the same? See you next week, and let's read another story together. Bye-bye.